Team standpoint, the biggest thing we're honing in on now are some of the small details, the most minute things. So systematically and structurally, a lot of the things that we're going to do to help us win a game are in. Now we're just focusing on being able to provide the winning edge with some of the small little details.
Punting wise, Hayden averaged about the same last year in terms of his punt per yards punts. Is there anything specifically you want to see him improve on in terms of either pinning in certain areas?
I think we'll see some of those numbers increase just based on his performance and numbers that we're seeing coming from the weight room. That there should be some enhanced power and explosiveness on contact with the ball. When you had a chance to work under Coach Blue and Dr. Ray, some of the best in the business, we can see some of those differences already.
Do you want to see him push towards like 43, 44?
Yes, well, we want to make sure we can push to being the best in the country. And some of that is also just understanding structurally how we're built, what we do, what we want to do. The thing that he has is very well that we love is his control of the ball. We love that, and we don't want to lose that fact or that element.
How's the long snapping job shaking out?
Long snapping is coming up very, very good. We've been very pleased with how Sean Ratcher is adapting and adjusting physically from a body type. He's exactly what we want. We kind of knew that in the recruiting process. He's doing very good. Jacob Lembach is definitely holding his own, and I think that Sean Ratcher is showing that he's getting ready to help us provide the winning edge on special teams.
Is it a thing where you guys could use both of them, or would you like to just have one guy do everything?
Oh, we can use both of them, and the thing that we always tell guys, you never know how things are going to play out in a game. Even a few years ago when Dan Gotcha was here, there was a game where he broke his hand. Well, the next guy had to come in right now, and he had to have the mindset of knowing he's coming in to be able to be the guy. So from a preparation standpoint, that's how we're trying to set the table, that both of those young men are ready, and they're the starters, and they're getting themselves ready to play in the game.
Forgive me if you asked about the kicker spot, but I think you said Charles was chewing off the back of Logan's shoes
he is.
in the summer. Just where's that? How have you seen Logan respond? What do you feel?
That healthy conflict has been awesome. Charles can taste what his heels feel like right now. He's through the shoes. But in reality, Logan has definitely stepped up his game and is excelling just like he's supposed to. And Charles is doing exactly the same, and it's great to know that we have a group of specialists where we're competing as a group. We just have a motto: we want to be the best in America, and we want to compete. If we can compete and create the healthy conflict and healthy competition in our meeting room, that's exactly what we want.
I'm not asking about anything specific, but going back to last year, moving forward, anything specifically that you see that you guys can improve on to help you win more games?
The biggest thing, let's say from our looking at a cover unit, just making sure from a kickoff team standpoint that we can be able to do our job, keep some teams pinned, secure our tackles. Again, it's just going to go back to some of the small little details. Looking at our kickoff return team, making sure fundamentally we can do our jobs to be able to hold up, because there were a couple of games, if one guy could have held up or been in position fundamentally, some returns would have been a lot different during the season. So we're just focusing in on some of the small little details in each respective unit to make sure we can be better.
How do you feel about your gunners, or do you have guys that get down there pretty quickly? Or?
Yeah, yes, we do. And when the best thing about having our players, and especially our skill position guys that have been under Dr. Ray and Coach Ballou, is we're seeing a speed difference on the football field. So knowing when you have some good speed, those are going to be the guys that are going to be your difference makers, let's say on our punt team, for sure.
On BTN, I know they sometimes show your specialists doing some tricks and stuff. Are you ever concerned when you saw Hayden put it with his nose, hold it?
Okay. I wouldn't necessarily say concerned, but I told him at least your nose ring came in handy. Because the one thing that they take our craft very serious. And that's what you want. So they can do a lot of things that you don't get to see on camera that are pretty unique and pretty specific to the group. I was just hoping that I thought we were going to have to deal with, at the worst, a broken nose. And I said, well, if you got a broken nose and it's facing to the left a little bit, hey, welcome to America, man. You know.
Right. Coach mentioned in the offseason wanting to be a little bit more dynamic on kick returns. I know it's tough for you guys to go as truly live as the other units, but are you starting to feel like maybe you're getting to where you can maybe return more kicks this year and try to get a little bit better field position.
Yes, and for us, one of the things that we have to make sure we can do in all phases of the game is put our team in a scenario where we can create game-changing plays. We know when we have a chance to catch that ball on a kick return, at any moment we have a chance to create a game-changing play. So we're trying to focus in on some of the small details to help us provide the winning edge for our football team, and that's one of our focuses as we get in here to camp.
I know Reese had a hand injury, but I guess Wap Taylor's back there also, and
Failure,
and Wap Filer rather,
Yeah,
since we
yeah.
always call him Wap Taylor. So.
We're good.
Wap is back there, and also Cole Guest.
Yeah.
Who are some of the other guys maybe kind of looking at it?
Some of the guys that are back there as well as Marshall Leon Ball. He's showing that he has some dynamic ability to be able to do some things. We've been very pleased with how Cole Guest is growing, learning systematically. We knew early on that this was very important to him. He's showing with great action that from a detailed standpoint, he can do everything that we're asking for him to do. And there's a young freshman, David Ellis. He's definitely showing some great promise as well back there. And as you know, sometimes you never know until you're in the battle and that bullet flies. And that sometimes that's the best thing, where you know, as a team, you can learn under fire a lot better.
Thanks, Coach.